Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you enjoy the content and want to stay updated with the latest videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Big news will go over today as following what has been a crazy last 48 hours for this Toronto Blue Jays team. The Jays have made a sneaky under-the-radar signing a pitcher. We're going to break down exactly who that is and discuss what it means going forward, as we also have a big update surrounding Cody Ponce and some clarification on what his injury is and how long he's going to miss. And folks, it is very unfortunate. We're going to break that down as well as a few other updates that dropped last night into this morning following the game that has fans very encouraged. A ton to go over on this episode. But before we get into it, quick thank you for all your guys' support. You guys have been unbelievable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, Cody Ponce went down with an injury a couple days ago. The Jays finally won again yesterday, but we have some news to go over, and we're going to dive into the Cody Ponce injury in a minute here. But the Jays have made an under-the-radar signing here, and they actually signed minor leaguer Austin Voth to a minor league deal. The Blue Jays signed righty Austin Voth to a minor league contract. Toronto never formally announced it, but he pitched 3 innings for the AAA club yesterday. He picked up a pair of strikeouts, didn't walk anyone. Folks, this kind of went under the radar, and it has been a crazy, obviously, 24 to 48 hours. Obviously, baseball just started, right? The Jays are rolling now. Cody Ponce went down with an injury. They signed Austin Voth, who all of a sudden has the potential to be someone they might need sooner rather than later following this Cody Ponce update. And if you're unfamiliar, Austin Voth's actually a decent pitcher here, and he's 33 years old and spent last year in Japan, pitched 125 innings for a 3.96 ERA. And following, again, the Cody Ponce injury, and he's going to be out for a very long time, they might need this guy. And people aren't talking about this move. It wasn't formally announced. It did happen. Of course, he's playing with a AAA team. This man is, and we're going to dive into his stats in a minute here. This is a signing that it's not only sneaky good. He pitched over 60 games last a couple years ago in the MLB. But we're going to break it all down. But before we get into it, stay tuned for this part in a minute here. The stats it might blow your mind, to be honest. We want to let you know that this video is actually brought to you by our friends over at AutoPlanet, folks. And if you're in the Brampton or Durham region and searching for a great deal on a vehicle, AutoPlanet has you covered. They've got 2 convenient GTA locations, and you can get out of the cold into Canada's largest used car showroom with more than 500 vehicles ready to explore. And right now, you can drive away in a new car for as low as $49 a week with $0 down. And every vehicle comes with a standard warranty, and if you're not completely sure the car is the right fit for you, you're protected with a 7-day, 750-kilometer return policy. So whether it's your first ride, family upgrade, or just something new to freshen your driveway, there's a huge range to choose from, and you can even reserve a car today for as low as $99. Just for $99, you take advantage of the flexible financing and payment options that work with your budget. The team at AutoPlanet keeps the process clear and stress-free from start to finish, so click the link in our bio to explore the universe of cars and find your next ride today. And thank you once again to AutoPlanet for sponsoring this video. Now, folks, let's dive right into the Austin Voth stats here. So last year, or 2024, sorry, with the Seattle Mariners, he pitched 68 games, good for a 3.69 ERA, 61 innings pitched. Now, again, this is a minor league signing. Yes, he's had some rough years, but he has experience, and this is someone who's pitched over 200 games at the major league level, some successful, some not. And overall, in 2022, even had a really solid year as well, where he started a bunch of games. And usually, right, these signings, I downplay them a little bit, and I say, okay, he might not make a huge deal, but every minor league signing is. I love talking about the minor league moves. With Cody Ponce's injury, folks, the Jays might be forced to actually make a couple minor league moves sooner rather than later. And I'm not saying it's going to be Austin Voth who's going to be called up first, but it could be Adam Macko. But you can see here, he has pitched more in relief lately than as a starter during his stint. But he did start yesterday or a couple days ago for Buffalo, folks. So given that Bieber, Savage, Brios, and now Ponce are on the injured list, Voth will continue to stretch out to serve as some experienced starting depth with the Jays' top affiliates. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on this signing, because at the end of the day here, this isn't one that is going to, blow up headlines, but it's only have to talk about because we got the update surrounding Cody Ponce that he has a right ACL sprain and that he is going to miss significant time. More doctors are going to look at the MRI to determine if surgery is needed, and the Blue Jays still have slight hope that he can pitch again this year, but the next doc will decide that. So, folks, it is an ACL injury at this juncture. We don't know if it's an ACL tear, if he's going to miss the entire year. But man, oh man, is this absolutely devastating. And there was some hope that he was only going to miss, a few weeks with a hyperextension. It is unfortunately an ACL injury, which it's less common for pitchers, I guess. Usually the big one is Tommy John surgery, but he's going to miss a significant amount of time. And the Jays do not have a lot of depth in the in the pipeline here. Yes, you have Shane Bieber, who's a ways away, but you have Barrios and Savage, who are about a couple weeks away from being able to return. Who are they going to use in the meantime? They called up Lazaro Estrada yesterday. Are they going to send down Brendan Little and maybe call up a guy like Adam Macko, Austin Voth, who could provide them some length that if they don't want to mess with Adam Macko's development? There's a lot of options here. But Schneider talked about Cody Ponce as well and spoke to him personally and said, I talked to him for a while.
Welcome to a Wednesday afternoon matchup as the Colorado Rockies and Toronto Blue Jays close out their series at Rogers Center. The atmosphere sounds a bit different today because it's school day at the ballpark, with thousands of enthusiastic young fans packing the seats. Toronto's starting pitching has been one of their brightest spots early in the season, and Kevin Gossman, coming off a strong opening day performance, takes the mound for the second time this year. Troy Johnston leads off for the Rockies and pulls a grounder to first. Guerrero flips it underhand to Gossman covering the bag, one away. Hunter Goodman steps in and gets punched out on a fastball. Willie Castro follows with a soft check swing tap up the middle, but Jimenez makes a clean play. Gossman breezes through a perfect first inning, 3 up, 3 down. Kyle Freeland takes the hill for Colorado. George Springer leads off for Toronto, as he does seemingly every night, but Freeland gets him on a fastball away. Davis Schneider earns a start against the left-hander and goes down on a 93-mile-per-hour heater. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. grounds to short where Tovar handles it easily, a 1-2-3 inning for both starters. The Rockies' Ezequiel Tovar, batting cleanup in every game this season, opens the second with weak contact up the middle. Ernie Clement charges and makes a solid play. Freeland gets another ground out to first and then strikes out Jordan Beck with a filthy splitter. Meanwhile, Kazama Okamoto, who already has 2 home runs on the season, singles to left. Alejandro Kirk hits into a double play, and Jesus Sanchez flies out to left on a deep but catchable ball. Gossman is dominant. Through 3 innings, he's retired all 9 batters he's faced, recording 4 strikeouts without a single ball leaving the infield. He adds to the strikeout toll in the third with a called third strike. Through 4 perfect innings, Gossman has 6 punchouts. A pivotal moment unfolds in the fourth when Miles Straw leads off with a single. Jimenez fails to lay down a bunt and strikes out. Schneider then lines a base hit, scoring Springer, 1-0 Blue Jays. A heads-up play as Schneider reads the throw and takes second. Freeland escapes a bases-loaded 1-out jam in that same inning, getting Okamoto to chase a fastball for a strikeout and inducing a ground out from Kirk. A gutsy performance from the veteran lefty. Gossman's perfect game bid continues into the 5th, but Tovar ends it with a hard-line drive single on the 11th pitch of the at-bat. A replay challenge overturns what appeared to be an out on a slowly hit ball. The runner is ruled safe. Gossman then escapes the jam with 2 more outs, and Brenton Doyle ends the threat with a sharp grounder to third. Both starters are exceptional. Freeland completes 5 strong innings, becoming the first Rocky started this season to reach that mark. Antonio Senzatela takes over in the 6th, and Tyler Rogers, a Denver native who grew up rooting for the Rockies, handles the 7th for Toronto. The 8th inning turns dramatic. Jake McCarthy, inserted as a pinch runner, immediately swipes second. Troy Johnston then drives one down the left field line, and McCarthy scores easily, 1-1. A wild sequence unfolds with a dropped ball by Jimenez extending the inning, but Mason Pluger escapes with 2 big strikeouts, and Victor Vodnik handles the bottom half. Jeff Hoffman strikes out the side in the 9th, and the game heads to extras. In the 10th, Brendan Little, an early season struggle story, allows a key hit to pinch hitter Tyler Freeman, who drives in Doyle to give Colorado a 2-1 lead. Jimmy Harrogate works around traffic in the 10th inning, aided by a clutch putout from Ryan Ritter and a defensive gem by Tovar. The final out, a fly ball to center caught by Doyle, seals it. The Rockies win 2-1 in extras, taking 2 of 3 from the defending American League champion Blue Jays. Despite a barrage of strikeouts on both sides, Colorado finds a way. By anyone's measure, the happiest flight home of this young season.